Hey guys, November 15th, back in the garage again. Just got the ZRT running, got the track tighten. We'll start the video off with a ZRT rev up. Who doesn't love a good triple jack stand pull? Okay, like I said, November 15th, we're back in the garage, wrenching on a few odds and ends today. Still waiting on some parts, so kind of a lot of little miscellaneous stuff that needs to get done that will probably get done throughout this weekend. Want to give a thanks to everybody on all the new subscribers on YouTube, all the new followers on Facebook. I really appreciate it. We're going to start this video off with a shout out to one of our sponsors for this season, Alan Teach and Sunrise Orchards. Down in Gaze Mills, Wisconsin. Alan hooked us up with a lot of apples for this season, so we'll be well fed with apples. So we'll talk about these gift boxes that Alan does now through the middle of December. So we got one of the apple gift boxes that Alan sent us here in the garage to show off today. He sent us a couple different kinds. The Evercrisp is my absolutely favorite. So this is the perfect gift box for maybe your wife. You're going to be out in the garage working on snowmobiles the rest of the winter. Get her an awesome gift box of some of the best tasting apples that you can buy. So they'll be doing these apple gift boxes now through the middle of December. And they do custom boxes with like some Wisconsin cheeses, sausages, Amish candy. And they have some really good apple cider and even some cider donuts. So look them up on Facebook. Shout out to Alan Teach again. He loves snowmobiling, he loves snowmobile racing, and he's supporting the Arlo Racing team this coming winter. So we ask, as always, support the people that support us and have some really good apples. So we're finally getting the ZRT buttoned up. We got it in the trailer here. Just kind of store it in here, out of the way. Get a few other things moved around in the garage now. Shout out to Dan Wagner, Thief River Falls, sent us some gas money. Right,
yeah,
Dad?
thanks, Dan.
We appreciate it. It'll be put to good use. A lot of snowmobiles to burn gas in. So we finally have the work area clean. Right, Dad?
Somewhat.
There's finally a spot to move the SRX into. That's the plan today. And so, like I've said, a few little odds and ends. So with our brake, we got a brake duct extension here from our buddy Alex Satine. So we already got the holes drilled here and some templates laid out of how it was going to go. So I'm going to go on something like that. So we'll kind of cut all of this material out of there just so it scoops a little bit more air. So work on that today. With our seat here, we could pull all of these staples out, get that cover off, just get it ready to cut down. I don't know if we'll cut it down yet because I'm kind of waiting to get this thing at least set on the ground and then kind of cut the seat from there, because then at least I'll know how it's sitting. But we'll see. We'll at least get the seat ready. And we had tinkered with a few things this week after work. We got done early a few nights. So we got our new Fox rear shock in here. Shout out to our buddy Vince at Fox. We really appreciate it. So we got that in there, waiting on the spring for the Fox front shock, and then the springs for the front ski shocks as well. So a few little odds and ends to kind of getting done this week, but it's everything that needs to get done. So now to get the SRX moved, but all the SRX stuff is going to be its own separate video. So watch out for the next SRX build video. Back in the garage now after lunch, moving things around. Now to pull all of these staples out of this seat we got from Alex Satine. So the easiest way we've done it is a little flathead screwdriver under there. Pry that staple out. That's the way we do it for snowmobile seats, dirt bike seats. Easiest way we've found to do it. So now just time consuming to pop all those out. Well, we got all of our staples pulled. I think that's as far as we'll get, at least for today, until we can get this thing on the ground. So we got the front skid shock out right now, just playing with what it's going to be looking like. And I think they said the front arm is like a 1.6 away from that rubber bumper. So that's kind of just a little spacer block we got in there. just seeing what it's going to look like once we get that front skid shock in there. So it's going to be low, that's for sure. And then getting some design ideas of how to go about cutting this with as little amount of cuts as we need to do, but kind of getting a visual for how it's going to look. And then with our brake duct extender here, like you can see a magic markered in here kind of a little bit on what we're going to be cutting out of there. So just having these rivets in here holding it in place so I can take it in and out easy enough and visualize how it's looking as I go. So well, there we go. Nothing like taking the oscillating tool to a brand new sled. Bigger brake hole.
I need a flashlight.
More air to the brake. Our one rivet up here broke through. Might drill it out, put a bigger head one on there. Might leave it. We'll see. Well, we got the front skid shock in here now. We could leave it like this, just waiting on that spring, but just seeing how it fits up in there and how it sits. So, looks good. Thanks again, Vince. So, we got our turkey knife here. Oscillating blades work a little bit better. Making a cut here, kind of along our line. This is my first seat I'm cutting. Usually Dad is the upholstery guy, so we'll see how this goes. We got our top base cut off and placed. Now taking some cuts, some marks, some extras. See how it turns out. So we'll see how this turns out. We got our top layer here to hold that form of the seat cover, hopefully. And then we've got our base material here to sit nice on the base of the seat here. Sits in place. So now to glue this into place, but might wait till we get it on the ground so we can lean off the edge of this thing and see how it actually feels. But pretty happy with how that turns out with just the knife, and then take a buffing wheel on a grinder and then kind of just smoothing this all out. You can still see where I got kind of deep in a few of those cuts, but not too bad. So then how we cut it, like in theory, this top stitch line here, it should fit on that top layer we cut. Like you can see the line right there. So then we'll just, it requires two people. So both me and Dad will be pulling on the seat cover as tight as we can, and then putting those staples in on the bottom to tighten all this up. So then we'll have, like, let's say this much overhang. So then we'll come through and cut all this extra material off, and we'll probably actually get back into this layer here of leather. So we'll see, but nothing too crucial yet, but happy we got that done for this weekend at least. Attempt number one, I should say. So another weekend coming on of wrenching on sleds here. Still waiting on ice. The 10-day forecast is not looking promising, but getting that seat cut down and everything. All we're waiting on right now is springs. So once we get the springs on, get this Polaris on the ground, and then we'll be able to pretty much button it up that weekend. We get those springs. So not too much in this video, but just another wrenching video this weekend. So we'll see if we get enough Yamaha clips here to make a video or not. Maybe just be a short video on just starting on the Yamaha. So I appreciate all the new subscribers, followers. Thanks.